I want to welcome on into the program Wilson County Mayor Randall Hutto. Mr. Mayor, thank you for joining us. You are indeed my mayor, and I appreciate what you do, especially with all the growth in Wilson County. Let's talk a little bit about the ICE detention facility, something everybody is talking about in Wilson County. We're talking about 14 to 16,000 detainees. So we've had, on again, off again, confused with Pennsylvania, so on and so forth. So can you tell us exactly where the whole thing stands right now?
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me on. We had a chance to talk to DHS yesterday, and as you think about their job is to find a facility across the country that they will be able to use. And so when they look at facilities, in this case, this one is 1 million square foot, already finished, really close to being an airport. From their view, that becomes, their job. That becomes what they view as doing their job. They did not, of course, communicate with us at all, but that is sometimes normal for us here. A lot of companies that come here will look at land, to buy land or whatever, to bring their company here, and they don't let us know either, many times simply because they don't want to have the price gouged of the land that they're trying to purchase. In this case here, there's so much opposition to it is why they did not let us know. So, we kind of found out through a leak, through a reporter, and began to investigate, and there was a confusion that they had purchased one, but they really hadn't. They came back out and said they hadn't, but they were diligently doing due diligence on a piece of a building here in Wilson County. So as you think through that, it's not been offer has not been made yet, to our knowledge. They're doing due diligence. But, from our side, we see that this is not a fit for us. So many issues with this facility, and that this is just not something that would be good for our city of Lebanon, and it's the jurisdiction it's in, or the county of Wilson. So we have tried to make our points known. We've reached out to our state, local, and federal officials to try to make them understand where we're coming from. We've had a couple of meetings with that to give us some indication about where they're at. One of them was with Senior Counsel to Homeland Security, and then yesterday we had a conversation with the people at the DHS and what they were doing on facility.
Mayor Hutto, my question is, when you say it's not a good fit, do they ask for specifics like, okay, the people of Wilson County don't want this, or the land isn't right? Do they ask for specifics, and are they receptive to your concerns?
So yesterday, during the conversation that me and Mayor Bell had with them, they did listen. Again, as I was trying to point out earlier, they have a job to do, and that's find a facility. All the nuts and bolts that go with that probably is not a whole lot on their radar. That's when we have to reach out to upper leadership here in the state and the federal level to let them know that, for us, this facility, of course, would be government-owned, not subject to planning and zoning regulations, not subject to property taxes, probably in the excess of $500,000. The facility, itself would be a prison there, you might say, just put into a city, which is also tough, and it would exist. It would always be that. Was what we were told yesterday. Once ICE maybe slows down, it would just be a smaller facility that would always be used for that. The extra services that will be required from our local government, will fall burden on the taxpayer because there will be civil unrest, protest that we've already seen. The facility, itself. Which may be a good location for them, but the ripple effects here for me, the workforce that's required. We're the second lowest unemployment county in the state of Tennessee. This facility requires over 4,000 employees. So what that means to me is that they'll pull from our local businesses that will not have enough people to survive and keep their business open. And then on my side as well, on the government side of public safety, which is a mandate that I must provide, we'll have to probably raise taxes in order to get our wages up enough to be able to compete for those employees. So on both sides, that becomes an issue for us. There may be plenty of places in our state or other places that need employment, and I understand that. But in our case, we're the second lowest employment in the state of Tennessee, so that does make it a rough issue for us. Safety, of course, is always still another problem for me. We have 4 schools that we are in charge of. They're right close to the proximity of this facility. We have a daycare. Of course, each school has a daycare inside of it. I have 2 churches there, which also has daycares inside of them. And so, again, the proximity of this facility close to all of that is a major concern for me as we look at that. This facility will be the largest in the country right now with 16,000 detainees, which seems to be quite a bit of people to put in one location. And as you think about this, they will be there from 30 to 60 days. They could bond out if the need is there for somebody maybe that was detained, maybe by accident or whatever. And my question has always been, where do they go? Do they just become a resident of Lebanon in Wilson County? The infrastructure, Mayor Bell talked about that yesterday as well. The sewer system that's there now is very capable of doing what it's doing. But to add this number of people to that sewer system, which is 16,000 detainees, 4,000 employees, that's over 2,000 people there. He said that would be a very big strain for his sewer system. The Gladeville Utility Water District also would be, quite well undertaken by all of this. And, of course, I'm not for sure about the gas and the power. But this, to us, also would probably, that would be what we would be known for in Wilson County, the ice town. And so there are a lot of things that, that this is not a good fit for. We understand they have a job to do, and they've got to find these places across the country, and we understand that. This is just not a good fit for us. And, and really and truly, it's hurt our reputation because, with the world today, government sometimes is not heard. But so many people believe that we all knew about this, and we had no clue. They did not let us know, and I understand why they didn't because of the pushback. But this has kind of hurt our credibility in the community as well.
Let me ask you. Well, I'm going to ask you coming up next. You said, and I had Congressman John Rose on earlier, and part of that conversation is okay. So this is not a good fit for Wilson County. Do you give them other options within the state of Tennessee? Because perhaps there are better options, better fits within the state of Tennessee. We continue our conversation with Wilson County Mayor Randall Hutto. When you meet with the Trump administration and you talk about this massive ICE facility, it's interesting. Number one, that's pretty prime real estate over there. That's number one. But number two, do you give them other options like, hey, you know what? It would be a lot better, I don't know, out in Dixon or out in this county or that county?
That is not really our responsibility. I know that is their job, and our job is to protect the citizens of this county and this community and the city of Lebanon that Mayor Bell is doing a great job of. And so, I don't think we get into that area. I'm sure there are other places that would welcome this. I've heard that. But I don't think I are in the position to say, hey, why don't you go here or why don't you go there?
Is there a timeline as far as they're doing their diligence now, and you and Congressman Rose and other people? Is there anybody? I know the sheriff is Wilson County Sheriff also is against this. Is there anyone that is for this that is amongst the leaders, if you will, of Wilson County?
I really can't speak for anybody else. We have reached out to our governor. We've reached out to Senator Blackburn, Congressman Rose, and then, of course, our local leadership here, and Representative Boyd, Representative Lynn, and Senator Pody. The sheriff, as you said, came out. Most people that I know that this is not a good fit. They understand the direction of our country and all of that issues there. But for us, it is not a political issue. It is what is in the best interest of the citizens that we represent. And we feel like that's something that we have to speak out on and that we have to do. That's what we're elected to do.
All right. So is there a timeline? When will their diligence be over and they'll make a final decision? And I guess we have no say in this at all?
So this is a federal government, and so they have a right to do as they choose to do most of the time. And to my knowledge, we don't know of any say so that we have here outside of letting them know our concerns, and hopefully they listen, and hopefully our upper echelon leadership, will help us there and represent us there as they talk to the Trump administration and DHS. That is our hope. That is what we, can rely on right now. I do think the time is short. I do think the due diligence is long underway. To my knowledge, they have not made an offer to the property owner.
Well, Mayor Hutto, is there anything that I've missed here in this conversation that needs discussion, or are we done?
I think we're good. My hopes is that people understand the reason it's not a fit, and that our people that we rely on, from the governor, even from the governor on up, as far as our representative at the federal level, will hear what the people of Wilson County have said and what we would like for them to help us with.
Yeah. I tell you, there's a lot of folks, I don't know where you stand politically. I'm a supporter of Donald Trump. But, yeah, especially when you put it, a lot of people say, NIMBY, not in my backyard, right? But the bottom line is, the way that you describe this, it's almost like an unfunded mandate where we are going to have to pay some out-of-pocket costs for something the federal government is wanting to do in our county.
I think through the economic liabilities, for example, I know the properties around that area will decline in property values really quick. Our businesses will suffer. Many of them through fear of the environment that will be around them. The labor shortage is an issue. Yep. The increased demands on our public safety in all three cities, the loss of property tax here, and then social issues, as well. I've had calls about people, fearing that, hey, will we become what Minnesota was, and so that becomes kind of a stir with everybody else, and just the infrastructure itself, the strain to make that happen, but then what it does on all the citizens around it, and just the environment. I think that it will cause through debates across our county. And, there are probably good places for that. I understand that in the city limits of Lebanon, where it's being looked at right now, we just don't think it's a good fit there, sir.
All right, Randall Hutto, the Wilson County Mayor, thank you very much for going to bat for Wilson County. And if you'd keep me updated, that'd be really great. And good luck. This is a fight that people are fighting, and I appreciate the mayor coming on with us. It is 8:20 on Nashville's Morning News on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Hey, Joan, have you seen that the Guthrie family has now come out?
Yes.
And they are acknowledging that Nancy Guthrie may be, I believe the term is lost. They're saying that they understand that, I don't know exactly what the term is, but I mean, it feels like they're starting to lose hope.
Oh, it's so hard to believe that they haven't already lost hope. They have to put on the front for the TV cameras. They have to make, if there's any chance that she's watching, make her believe that they still, can get her. But it's been 4 weeks.
It's been 4 weeks.
And we know from what they said initially that she, needed medicine to be able to survive, and she has a pacemaker. And it doesn't sound like she could have survived 4 weeks without, some help. So.
And they're offering $1 million reward.
Up to $1 million.
Up to $1 million reward. Do we know if they're still in contact with the people that have Nancy Guthrie?
Yeah, I don't think they know who. I don't think that the people who actually have her have been in touch. I mean, I think that there's been a lot of question about whether these people that are making demands and are they really the people? It's such an odd situation.
It is, and they have now a new video that shows the hunched over guy that went to Nancy Guthrie's home on the night that she was abducted. They have a new video, I'm not sure if you saw this, but showing him before the night that she was abducted. So, right. And it's him without a backpack, and that's how they know. I don't know how many days prior it was, but the story does continue to evolve. But unfortunately for the Guthrie family, I mean, as you said, it's been, 4 weeks now?
Yeah.
And she needs her medicine, pacemaker, and the whole thing.
They've got all these volunteers. Actually, a group that came over from Mexico is now also out there on the property poking through things. They found another glove. They're having it tested for DNA. And the FBI is saying, get out of here. Like, this is not where you guys should be. But, I mean, at this point, I would invite everybody and their mothers. Like, what harm could come to somebody else finding something to lead to their mom?
Joan, you're absolutely right. Is this the yacht channel? Is that what this is?
Little yacht rock?
Yacht rock. That's what this...
Little Kid Rock.
Is this Kid Rock?
Slow my roll.
Oh. What do we know?
I don't know anything.
Where's your coolness, Dan?
That the coolest segment of the day. That's why we need cool music.
My coolness left in 1988, Joan.
Okay.
Is that when your hair fell off?
That is exactly when my hair began to fall off. Did you miss it earlier today? I wish I had the audio. Joan, body slammed Sam. It was great. Joan was
I don't know if it was body
Oh, it was a body slam. So Sam was complaining because we are apparently here on Nashville's Morning News in 5th grade. Sam is complaining that nobody noticed or said anything about his haircut. And Joan said, "Oh, I noticed. I can see the bald spot in the back with your new haircut." Then she says, "Oh, and by the way, you're graying on the sides." I mean, it was just I got to ask, Sam, are you okay? Because that was pretty harsh, even by Joan's standards.
I ran my fingers through my hair and I felt better.
Yeah, keep doing that. It'll continue to fall out.
I mean, I don't know.
You guys didn't notice his haircut?
I did, but I just didn't say anything. Are we supposed to say something when you get a haircut?
What was the first thing I said to you when I saw you, Sam?
That's a nice haircut.
The haircut looks sharp.
All right, so Sam, Joan,
Chris.
I really did. That was literally the first thing I said when I walked in.
Yeah.
All right.
No, well, actually, I said, I thought Mason was going to be here. Then I went, oh, haircut looks sharp.
Okay, good. So just so we're clear then, by Sam's standards, I shave my head every day.
So we should all notice.
So y'all got to tell me every day that my haircut looks great.
Are you really shaving that thing every day?
Every day. You know when I do it? Joan knows this. Do you know when I do it? On the way here.
In the
That's
car.
so gross.
I do it on
You got little stubble shavings in the car? It's built up.
Do you know what I think?
Like
I think
somebody with a scratch ticket addiction, but in your car, it's not the shavings from the scratch ticket; it's from the scalp.
So
I
so
for sure thought you were going to say shower, by the way.
No, I've tried it in the shower and it doesn't work. So Sam's mind is in the gutter, and it has been for weeks. I don't know what's going on with you at home, Sam, but you need to work that out.
Oh my!
Yeah.
So anyway, the follicle shavings actually stay in the skull shaver.
I don't believe it.
Why would you not believe it?
Well, send a forensics team then to his car.
I guarantee
we don't want to do that, John.
I guarantee you, there's scalp stubble in between the seats and caked into the.
Do you know what?
gear
I'd be
shift.
willing to bet that there's worse in Sam's car.
Well,
The way that he's been
okay.
behaving.
No.
Just pointing fingers.
Yeah.
You're avoiding the topic at hand.
I'm not avoiding the topic at hand, and why is my voice going up?
Do you have, and people have been asking about this, do you have a more formal scally cap for tonight's festivities?
Do you need something formal? I mean, you're going to the State of the Union.
You got to class it up.
I'm almost ashamed to admit this because I'm going to get crucified.
You do, don't you?
Amy's going to start laughing at this.
You do.
I have been waiting for my special State of the Union scally cap to arrive, and it has not arrived yet, and I'm very upset.
We're down to the wire.
I ordered two, and this was a week and a half
Well,
ago.
you're like George Costanza. You're going to dress by mood.
That's exactly right. And then I ordered another one over the weekend, and I said to Amy, honey, I've got a problem. Because I just keep ordering these things.
What is the total number of scally caps that you currently own?
Once my 3 come in, I've got about 10.
Okay.
What?
That's a lot of scally caps.
It's not a lot of scally caps. Joan, is that a... Okay.
Ask Grok, Joan.
No, because, you ask women how many blouses do they have, and you're not going to, yell at a woman for having 10 blouses. Why should I be yelled at for having...
I probably have 10 golf hats.
Okay,
So-
there you go. So I'm not that far off
Yeah.
from Joan. And honestly, I do. I like my scally caps. I like to have, like, one of the scally caps that I ordered has some red in it, and I've got a couple of red shirts. It's going to go really well together.
Grok says more than 8, you have a problem.
No, it doesn't. Does it really?
It does, yes.
Okay.
You've
got
been
a
putting
cog you can't clear. Shut up.
You have been putting together an outfit for the State of the Union.
Outfits. Yes, ultimately, I need to have a number of different options, Joan, because I need to, dress according to my mood. And my mood is darkening as this segment goes on. Anyway, so there you go.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with my scowl. Everybody, you know what? People like my scally caps. I don't care if some people want to be haters. That's all fine, well, and good. I started a trend. You know what? Before long, I guarantee you Murphy Show is going to start wearing scally caps, or he's going to ask me to borrow one of mine. By the way, did you hear what Murphy did yesterday on his show?
He's very upset.
Do you don't still have that audio queued up, do you, Sam?
I'll grab it.
So apparently Matt took it upon himself to say that whoever buys the last ticket to the Stake of the Union gets to draw a doodle on my head.
Oh.
With a Sharpie.
Do we have the lucky winner?
Well, they bought it. I sold the last 3 in the 5 o'clock hour.
Well, and Matt revised so no one could sandbag and wait to the last minute that if you bought in the last 5 tickets, there would be a lottery raffling off of Dan's head.
This is exciting. What do you think they're going to draw?
Nothing, because I didn't agree to this. But then you know what we did?
Oh, look out, guys. The no fun
If you
police
are
is here.
amongst the number that buy the final ticket, if you're the final ticket, you get to sign Dan Mandis' head with a Sharpie.
Did you speak with Dan about this?
No. This is all good. This has all been cleared. This is fun. This is all fun. Sure. Yeah. Oh, sure. It'll be fun.
There was
Dan's
a
a teammate.
pause there.
He's a team member. I mean, heck, I'm buying libations for some folks, grown people. I'll have to check IDs, but no, you're not grown enough. But yeah, so it'll be fine. So the final, if you are amongst it, and you know what, I'll tell you what I'll do, just to make it fair, just so that some of you don't sandbag and try to wait. We'll do a lottery of the last 5 people that buy tickets. We'll do a lottery, and one of you will get to sign Mandis' head with a.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Why not?
Because it's my head, Chris. It's
You'll
my
be able
head.
to take it off with the scraper tomorrow morning on your ride in.
No, if they sign my head with a Sharpie, it takes a long time for that Sharpie to.
I think you'd be all right.
Do you know what we decided? Says the man with a full head of hair. But you know what? We actually started joking around in the 5 o'clock hour because apparently we were lacking in content. And what we've come up with, will you look at the Daily Dan poll and see?
Oh, I was already there.
Okay. So I decided that for charity.
It's so negative.
For charity, if we want to take like chalk or something and people pay like, I don't know.
I don't know why you're saying chalk.
Whatever. Something easily wash offable. And they want to do something on my head, then they can draw a picture or something on my head for charity. I would allow it for charity. And so we did a Daily Dan poll. Would you pay money to draw on Mandis's head?
Overwhelmingly, 65% of the YouTube audience said no.
And I'm really disappointed in you people that said no.
I'm a little bit concerned about the 35 that said yes.
So I don't know, Joan. Would you for charity? Would you draw on my head?
Gladly.
Oh, you
Yeah,
know what?
gladly.
No. Because I know you, Joan. You get that close to my head, you're gonna like slit my throat.
Oh,
No,
geez.
I do tires.
She's got the thing. She's got the knife for the tires, and she might just start going crazy on
That's
on the
dark.
jugular.
Yeah, I know, right?
Matt Murphy's texting me. He's accusing you of not loving America because you're not going to let anybody sign your head.
Oh, is that what it is? I don't love America.
I know exactly what Joan would put on Dan's head.
For Dan?
I could have advanced hair. Put a hairy D on my head.
Yeah.
You could.
Yeah.
Do you know what's so funny? What's so funny, Chris and Joan, is that It's our computer that is crashing and not his, with all the stupid sound bites on it.
Oh, that's in a folder in my section of the audio file capacity that says never delete, forever memories.
It's good to know.
Dan is a communist, says 1155.
Oh, my gosh.
4730, they make washable markers.
They do.
Dan with a Ron Burgundy silly cap with the hair attached. Yes, Dave. I love that idea. I think I mentioned on the air, my wife for April Fool's Day, maybe I'll do it this year. For the last couple of years, she's wanted me to arrive at work with a Bob Ross wig. You know who Bob Ross is?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the big frizzy hair.
Well, we're talking about, this is not the first time we've talked about Bob Ross. We were talking about him yesterday. Remember? I said Mason is like our Gen Z Bob Ross.
That
Yes.
was after, yeah.
Exactly. Let's see here. Dan just get a Predator beanie and no one will judge. I'm not sure what a Predator beanie is.
I don't know. I don't think you want that.
It's either the Nashville Predators or in reference to Predator.
Like How to Catch a Predator?
Or well, I was going to say Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh.
That Predator movie.
I went right to Chris Hansen.
Yeah. Right.
Then I didn't know where they were going with it.
Anyway, so if anybody, and people are laughing now at 3042, wash-offable Dan? Wash-offable Dan? The California school system did you well. Well done, 3042. What about temporary tattoos on your head?
Oh.
You know, the whole point is to have people make their drawing, take a picture, and then wash it off for charity. You know what? I'm disappointed in the people that won't do it for charity.
You're going to walk away from that looking like a Chipotle bag.
That's all right. Anyway, you looking forward to tonight?
I am. And I'm going to buy anybody that wants it a big, tall glass of whole milk.
Okay, so I probably should understand the reference, so go ahead.
A woke New York City professor has made the claim that whole milk is racist.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Arthur Kaplan, he teaches bioethics at New York University.
I know Arthur Kaplan.
Do you?
You do not.
Yes, I do.
Can you get him on the phone?
He wants his coffee black. He said the Whole Milk for Healthy Kids Act, which President Trump signed on January 14th, is racist.
He wasn't always this crazy. He was actually a very normal man for a long time, and TDS hit him big.
He is saying that whole milk has become a symbol for white supremacists. Nazis were enamored of whole milk as well, he wrote in a Bioethics Today blog.
Wow.
Nazis also breathed oxygen, so just be careful.
He's lost his mind.
He said, I'm suspicious. Milk drinking is political. Drinking whole white milk has played a big role in racist and far-right thinking. In America, drinking whole milk has for years been part of alt-right white nationalist messaging in tweets, memes, and videos.
What about half and half?
The way to solve this is
No,
just
it's got to be whole
a
milk.
little chocolate in it.
Well, then I'm okay because I don't drink whole milk. I do 2%, 1%, half and half for my coffee. I'm not racist. Neener, neener, neener.
Kaplan said, images of white people chugging milk are popular on racist sites. If you can't drink milk, you have to go back, he wrote in his Bioethics Today tirade.
24/7, what if I add Hershey syrup to it?
It doesn't count.
Does it
That's
count?
Doesn't count.
That's what I was saying. I'd do chocolate milk any day.
I will buy a glass of whole milk for anybody that wants it tonight.
You know,
for their State of the Union.
Joan is our local, DEI hire, willing to drink chocolate milk. Totally kidding. Kidding.
She did come from D.C. after all.
She sure did.
Yeah.
And then, Maryland, living in Maryland and that whole thing.
We should start calling her Deep State Joan.
I know. That's very funny. Yeah.
I didn't
I
even
got told one time when I was in D.C. that I had to stop using the deep state words.
Really?
Yeah.
What are deep? Do you mean the words deep state?
Yep, they didn't want to talk about deep state on the air.
Sounds like something members of the Deep State would say.
Some milk.
He's just looking up milk sound effects for us.
Yeah.
Is that what that was?
It's
milk?
like the most famous milk-related memeing is a black woman saying he needs some milk.
What about the milk mustache? What commercial was that?
Oh, remember that?
Yeah.
Those are
Oh, you
big.
want to, you know what? You want to trigger the left? have Donald Trump and Stephen Miller and J.D. Vance take pictures and post them with the milk mustaches.
Yeah.
You know,
That would be funny.
the milk mustaches, if I recall correctly, were actually Elmer's glue.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, for the photo shoots.
No, it was not.
I swear. It wasn't real milk.
Sam's going to the computer.
It wasn't real milk.
By the way, we're going to start calling Joan Maryland Woman.
Oh.
No, you're not. Oh, no, you're not. No, 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 no.
Oh, okay, Maryland woman.
0727
I am
Dan,
from
we
New
can
Jersey.
tell you drink 2%. Is drinking
Dan's on almond milk. Dan's out here milking oats to get his lattes.
I've actually had almond milk. It's pretty good.
Unsweetened almond milk.
I used to put almond milk in my shakes.
Oh, it was not glue.
What was it?
It was a combination of dairy products, milk, cream cheese, and ice cream to ensure it stayed on the lip.
Where do you
during
get this
photo
stuff
shoots.
about his glue? Where do you get what kind of websites are you on?
The internet.
It's the same place he gets that, all the birds are spies.
Okay.
You know the birds aren't real.
Keith wants to know
Deep
is
State Joan covering for the birds again. That's what we got here.
let's see here. I lost it now. Oh, Keith, is wanting white teeth racist?
Yes, wicked racist.
Because I've had my teeth whitened.
Especially if you use
Bigot.
charcoal toothpaste, because then they go from black to white.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
you know you can do anything is racist. There's a game that we played on the show when I first started. You can any phrase, any term, you could have somebody text in and then you could type in is blank racist.
Yes.
And you will get an article about why it's racist. Everything is racist.
ChatGPT was asked to use one word to describe white people. It said racist. And then
Oh.
it said, someone prompted it again, use one word to describe black people. It said empowered.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
ChatGPT did that.
Wow.
Wow.
Stunning and brave.
3514. Dan, soy milk? Now, I've never had, in my defense, I've never had soy milk. Have you?
No.
Joan?
No.
Sam, be honest.
Oh, no soy.
Okay.
Cow and breast only.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
I got that now. I just got it.
Oh, my gosh.
Listen, I'm firing on no cylinders, just so we're clear. It's been a long day. Anyway, moving right along. What time
I was going to say I fully expected to get a text after the State of the Union that you got that joke.
Yeah, you know what? I'm on like a 4-hour delay on Sam jokes. Anyway, moving right along. What time are you going to get there today?
Probably like 5-ish, I think.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
Probably about the same, about 5 o'clock.
Well, we got to get in and have our steak while people
No,
aren't staring at you.
I'm not gonna eat a steak.
You're not gonna eat a steak?
No, I'm not gonna eat a steak.
Why?
Because I like to mingle, and we've talked about this yesterday. I don't like to eat with all those people around. I like to spend my time hanging out with the peeps.
Can I ask a favor?
Hold on, Joe.
I know what Joan wants. No, you can't have my steak.
I want you to bring it to work tomorrow.
So you're gonna eat dinner before you go there?
Well, I'm a man of a certain age. I eat dinner at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
You get the early bird special?
Absolutely.
So what are you going to have for dinner while the rest of us get to have succulent steak from Legend Steakhouse?
Something with 2% milk.
Oh.
All right, moving right along.